Good morning, y'all. Welcome to Fins and Fossils Fishing. My name's Erin. I'm here showing you my kayak today. I've had some requests and some comments about what type of kayak I've got, what accessories I use, so I figured I'd do a little video today to show you what I've got here. This is my old Town Sportsman 106 pedal drive kayak. I bought it a little over a year ago here locally in Hampstead, North Carolina. We're actually right now in Surf City, North Carolina. You can see the bridge under us here in the back. It's the big high-rise bridge. The boat ramp right here. This is a nice spot if you ever come into Surf City and you need a place to kayak or put your boat in. Come right down here to the ramp. So anyway, I wanted to show you some of the accessories that I've got here on my kayak. This is my pedal drive. This drops down when I put the kayak into the water, just by the handle, and it goes down. The pedals move the propeller just like that. This thing has been super tough. I have run it into oyster beds, mud bars, all kinds of stuff, and I've never had a problem. Seaweed, it's really tough, so love this thing. It's a pretty shallow draft on it as well. You can get in really skinny water with that prop down. Here I've got my anchor pole, so I'll show you right here. This is really nice. So this is like a shallow water anchor, and it also doubles as a push pole. So you could flip it over, you've got that foot there on the bottom, and you can push through your shallows if you're in water that is too shallow for your pedal drive. So that's really cool. I love this thing. This also floats. This is made by YakAttack. I had another one last year, and it did not float, and I lost it here at this boat ramp. So it's probably sitting in the bottom of the water here if anybody's needing an anchor pull. I did get this mount here to mount my anchor rod while I'm moving. It's actually made for a paddle, so it's a little too narrow for this, but these cords work just fine, and it holds it in place so that I don't have it sitting on my kayak or in my way while I am pedaling around. This is a new piece that I just got. This is made by a kayaker and YouTuber. And his channel is actually called Navarre Kayak Fishing. I'll put a link in the description below. He has solved some problems that he's found with his kayaks by doing some 3D printing. So this is actually a place where you can put your shallow water anchor. I can't do it quite well on my trailer here. Oh, there we go. So that way, when you're in the water and you want to use this, you just stick it right in there. So there's no more, I was using this dock rope, I was floating all around in the water. So this will keep me a lot more secure in the water when I'm using my shallow water anchor. So I'm really excited to use that. I haven't gotten to use it yet. So this is another attachment that is a fishing rod holder. This is made by a company named Railblaza. They come out of New Zealand, and I actually have several attachments from Railblaza on my kayak here. So these are all interchangeable, so you just unlock it and your piece comes out. These are all they're called star ports, so you can switch these out. This is a star port up here, this is a star port here. You can switch all these pieces around. They are like grown-up Legos for a kayaker. Very exciting stuff. So that's another rod holder that I can use, a front-facing rod holder, because I have also gotten some comments about why are all my rod holders facing backwards? It looks so uncomfortable the way that I'm fishing. So somebody said, you should get a front-facing rod holder. So here it is, whoever left me that comment. I've got one. All right, so I do have my bungee dock ropes that I use to dock up when I'm putting in here at the ramp. This is really cool. This is a new gift that I got for my birthday. So this is a new PFD. So you've seen me kayaking around the inlet, doing crazy stuff, and not having my life jacket on. But that's because it was super bulky and uncomfortable and hot. This is made by Onyx, and this is like a fanny pack style PFD. It is operated by a CO2 canister. It doesn't inflate automatically. You do have to pull this, so you don't want to be using it if you're whitewater rafting or have a risk of hitting your head. but this is going to be great for my crazy adventures near the inlet. So, all right, so I also have this really cool cooler that I just got. This is made by YakAttack, and I got that on Amazon. It bungees right here to the back of the seat on the Old Town, and it's kept ice cold for 2 days already. It's really nicely insulated, and it's got all kinds of little accessory pouches on the outside as well. So that's really cool. I always have my trusty bait bucket. I like to take this little trolling one. I can either stick a bubbler in there, or I can string it up off the side of my boat, so that way I don't have to use batteries on my bubbler. But I always have something for live bait, because I'm a live bait fisherwoman. All right, we've got two dry storage compartments here on the kayak. There's one here and there's one back here. I don't really use them too much, just because I've got so much storage on the deck that I haven't felt that I've really needed to use it much. This is a really cool new thing that I've gotten recently. I found this on Amazon. This is a really neat fishing crate made by YakAttack. This guy is the 13 by 16 inch model, and it comes in a 13 by 13, 13 by 16, or a 16 by 16. You assemble it yourself, so that you can pick where you want your handles, where you want your hinges, if you want it to open this way like I've got it set up, or if you want it to open the other way, wide ways, but I've got mine set up to open this way. And it's got a lot of storage in there, and it stays really dry. It's got some nice gaskets on the top, so when you shut it, it's not super loud. You're not going to scare your fish. It comes with 4 rod holders here. These have even got tether hooks on them, so you can tether your rods if you're in crazy current weather, etc. And it's got a way for you to tether the actual crate down to your kayak, so that's really nice. The other really cool feature about this crate are that all of these little holes that you see on all the surfaces, these can all hold 3/16 hardware. That's what all of these went into when assembling the crate, and you can see how I've utilized that hardware right over here on this side. So I have attached my battery for my motor onto the side of the crate by putting some eye hooks on here and here, and then attaching, these are called gear ties. These are super handy. They're like little flexible reusable ties. I use them for all kinds of stuff. And I will go ahead and take off my bungee here that I used to hold my rudder. This is my Bixby motor battery pack. I don't have it hooked up right now because I'm not fishing today, but I did have to mount this to my own rudder, so I had to cut my rudder. The Bixby website does have PDFs, templates that you can use for your particular rudder, so that you can cut it. There's also all kinds of different attachments depending on what type of watercraft you want to mount this motor to, whether it's a SUP, a kayak, a small little boat. It's got so many different purposes, so that's super cool. I'll show you how I put this down. I've got my rudder lift lever right here. So as I pull this lever, that's got a pulley system, and it lowers the rudder down. So down in the water, you can see that that's the profile of the Bixby motor, and it just does a phenomenal job. I do have a video specific to the Bixby motor that I'm working on right now, where I show you the actual install that I did. I recorded that, as well as just a demo of how the Bixby motor works. If you are interested in the Bixby motor, click the link up here, and you can check out all of the accessories and motors and battery packs that they do have available. If you do decide to purchase one, please use the link that's included. That helps me out. This is another Railblaza mount. So this pole is really cool. So it comes apart in 3, so you can make it as short or as tall as you want. So you can see it just disconnects there and here. And you can mount a flag on this, and you can mount a camera on this, pretty much anything that goes in a starport. So this came with the kit. This is a navigation light. So I could pop my camera out here. At night I can't really record too well on my GoPro anyway, and I've got my navigation light. It goes right in, clips in, locks, and then I've got my nav light so I can get around safely. Several different settings on that. So again, that's in another Railblaza starport that I've actually drilled this one onto the deck just for more stability instead of using it on the track mount. so many different functions in one piece. So really neat. Found that on Amazon too. I've got my little net that I got this off Amazon, 20 bucks. It's a little small for big red drum, but it does the trick. And bump board, if you are catching big fish off of a kayak, you need one of these to measure your fish without losing your fish, because it's really tough. And also some lip grips. Make sure you have lip grips if you're fishing off of a kayak too. If you catch any big drum, 24 inches, it's gonna be flipping all over the place. You're not gonna be able to hold on to it. You will lose fish. The kayak also comes with a paddle mount already. The paddle I had to buy separately, but the mount came with the kayak, so it just clips right on there. That's really nice. I've got a couple built-in rod holders here on this side. This here is my steering knob for my rudder. So as I move this left and right, you can see my rudder turning left and right, and that's how I will also steer with my motor. This big orange knob that you're seeing on this did not come with the Old Town kayak. This is another 3D printed piece by Navarre Kayak Fishing. It gives you just a better hold on that knob than the one that was OEM. So that's really neat. This is my main camera arm that I use for my GoPro. I am able to swing this around all kinds of ways. I'm able to change the angle on it. A lot of people have asked, who's filming you out on your kayak? I am. It's my camera arm. So this camera arm is really neat. Also made by Railblaza, and it's got several different ways that you can kind of orient your camera around without having to change too much. So that's really neat. Again, these are all star ports and are all interchangeable. This here is another Railblaza accessory. This is just for any kind of device. You could put like a GPS device in here. I've got my audio recorder mounted on here for now, and I'm trying to figure out the best way for me to get you guys better audio. So I am working on that, I promise. And here, this is my kill switch for my Bixby battery. So what I do is just click that down there, and it powers the battery on. And if I was ready to go ahead and fire that up, I would turn on my remote control. This is my remote control that goes with the Bixby. Forward, reverse, stop. It's got like 12 different speeds. So really cool, nice setup. It's only 9 pounds altogether, and it gets me all over the place. I do want to show you my beautiful kayak trailer. This was built out from a Harbor Freight kit. It's not meant to go in water, whether that be fresh water or salt water. So you can see it's got nicely aged rust on it. I've already removed my wheel well covers because they just kind of started wobbling. So I just broke them right off and threw them in the trash pile. And I'm just waiting for that to happen with the rest of this deal. So if you are a kayak trailer manufacturer and you would like to hook me up, you go ahead and drop a comment and let me know. I'd be happy to show off your pretty trailer instead of this rust bucket. All right, y'all, well, I hope you enjoyed this video where I showed you everything that I've got on my kayak. You've never seen it out of the water, only in the water. So thanks for checking this out. Check out the description below. All the links for everything that I've got on this kayak, most everything, will be below. And make sure if you are interested in that Bixby, click my link and scope it out. This is really like the ultimate kayak mod. I love this motor. And the crate's super cool too. None of these are sponsors. I have paid for everything on this kayak with my own money. So I am not pushing anything that I don't love and use. Y'all stay tuned. Thank you so much for checking in, and have a great day.